Hello truckers, it's a beautiful day for trucking in the USA. Well, good morning. This is now day one of this load. We're getting fired up. We're over here at John Deere waiting to load up a sprayer. We're going to be going up to Cut Bank, Montana. So it should be a good little trip here. It's Friday. I'll be delivering this Monday. Haven't done my route yet. I'm going to be doing that here in a few, getting everything figured out. And I'll show that to you guys, which way I'm going to be heading up. And right now I'm the fifth truck in line. There's 4 trucks ahead of me, so I should be here for a little while. I suspect being as cold as it was last night, the last time I checked it was down to about 9 degrees, and I think it cooled off a little bit more than that. So a lot of this equipment out here I'm sure is a little bit hard starting this morning, as they're all diesel engines, and diesels don't like starting when it's cold. So I mean, these are all new machines, they're all nice and tight, but still everything that's sitting out here doesn't have any heat in it, so I'm sure it's taking them a little time to get everything fired up for us this morning. So once we get these things lit off and get her going, I'll be able to head on up. I got to stop and get the ABS on the trailer checked out. We're still having an issue with that. Been having an issue for quite a while. I was just at Jet Trailer yesterday. They told me the issue is fixed. It's not fixed, so we're going back again this morning. So that's kind of the little ongoing saga there. But just waiting. They got a ton of equipment out here. I mean, just a ton of equipment. And I got a lot done on the truck last night. I got it washed. Getting ready to do a video for you guys, a truck tour and whatnot. I don't know exactly when that's going to be happening. If I have time, I might film that today. Otherwise, probably film it over the weekend. But I'm going to show you guys around the new truck. I know a lot of you have been wanting to see that. Got some other videos that are in the works. We're going to do a load securement video here pretty soon, talking about different things that you need to know. And because of that, you know, I think it'll be a real good deal for you guys to be able to see some of those things and put out some instructional stuff there. I had thought about doing a series on, you know, so you want to be a truck driver, but I feel that information's already readily available. So I'm not going to talk about getting your CDL, everything else. I'm going to try and stick to the more advanced level stuff, because I know a lot of the guys that follow my channel, they're already truck drivers. I'm sure that those of you that are experienced drivers, you don't want to see a primer on how to get a CDL, and you don't want to see the basics. You want to see the more advanced stuff, and that's why you're here. So that's what I've decided I'm going to stick to, is the more advanced trucking. I will be covering some other topics though. We had a request for seeing about cooking in the truck. I'm not set up to cook in here right now. I just installed a fridge in the truck. I'll show that to you guys here when I do the tour video. I am going to be installing a microwave possibly when I'm at the house here. I just don't know how everything's going to play out yet, because, you know, next week's Thanksgiving. I really have to see what happens, because I don't really know what my schedule is. We've got to get up and do some work on the truck and make a few things happen there. So we'll just have to see what goes here. The schedule's still kind of open-ended on that. But yeah, got some great things happening here, and I've got another huge surprise cooking. It is a huge thing, and I'm sure no one's going to guess this one, but this deal is big. And it's if it works out, I think it's going to be a really amazing thing. So I'm trying really hard to make that happen. And nothing's official yet. I just started making this happen, so there's by no means am I letting the cat out of the bag here. But it's going to take a few months for this to come to fruition. But if and when it does, it is going to be a really cool deal, and you guys will get to see some stuff on this channel that absolutely no one else can bring you. So if we get to do that, that is going to be really awesome. Kind of funny, because the whole deal that's happening is actually because somebody pissed me off to a certain extent, and I went out and I made something awesome happen because they had pissed me off so much with what was going on. So anyways, I got to get this thing loaded, so we'll check in with you guys once we've got her on the trailer. So I am loaded. Took forever. I think his machines weren't wanting to start this morning, because once they started loading us, it went really fast. But man, we all just sat there for like 3 hours and just waited. And then they finally brought us all of our machines, and we hooked up and got on out of there. So now I'm headed back up to Humboldt, going over to Jet Trailer. I was there yesterday getting the trailer worked on, and happened to take it back because the ABS light was back on last evening. So I'm taking it back to them, and gonna go get her kicked off there and find out what they've got to say. I don't think I'm gonna make it very far today. Sun sets at 4:50. It is now 12:19 or so. So yeah, by the time because I got to stop up here, get some food in me, get some fuel on this thing, and then run on over, get the trailer looked at. I doubt I'm going to get anywhere today. I'll probably be spending the night tonight, probably in Humboldt. I probably won't have time to go anywhere, so that's probably the case. Yeah, I'm ready to get out of Iowa. I've been in Iowa for 4 days now, and I don't like sitting in one place that long. I mean, I've been within 200 miles of where I'm sitting right now for 4 days. So that wears on me kind of fast. I like to go, and when I'm stopped somewhere, I like it to be somewhere I'm comfortable, where I can get out of the truck and I don't have to mess around, and I'm not like sitting still at a truck stop, or even worse, sitting still in someone's driveway where I don't have like a bathroom to go use, and I don't have, hot food. I keep cold food in the truck, but I don't have any hot food. That kind of wears on. I don't like that very much. So really hoping I can at least make some good miles tomorrow. I'd like to make it up into South Dakota. That's a pretty good stretch from there. I've got right now probably about 1,300 miles to go to get up to Cut Bank. So that's a pretty good long little run. I haven't fired up the cameras yet. I'm going to do that here, probably leaving Humboldt and going up that way. I'm not going to do a whole lot of time lapse running across the Great Plains because, well, that just isn't very exciting. There's just not that much to see. But once we get up into some of the more adventurous country, probably going across the Crow Indian Reservation on 212 there, going up through Broadus, I'll probably film that. We've got our own name for that road. We call it Deer Alley. And running it in the daytime, you don't see too many, but if you're running it near dusk, you'll see hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of deer on that road. They're just everywhere out there on the res. Lots and lots and lots of deer. And that's the way not a lot of drivers get to go. So I'll actually show that to you guys, because I know a lot of you guys, if you run I-90 across, you just stay on I-90. And a lot of guys don't know that that's a shortcut. You go up through Belle Fourche, you cut across through Broadus, and all the way over to Crow Agency. Just before that scale in Crow Agency, you catch up there, and then you continue I-90 towards Billings. It shaves, I think, like 60 miles, 65 miles off the route, something like that. And it actually saves you more time because the scale in Broadus will hardly ever call you in unless you're heavy, or if they need to do a permit check on you. And the scale in Wyoming, every time they're going to check you, every time you're going in. So it could take you, an hour and 15 minutes to an hour and a half longer to go through Wyoming, just depending on how long the line is and everything else. And also, Wyoming, for whatever reason, on 90, even though the roads aren't that far apart, Wyoming tends to have worse weather on I-90. Just a strange thing. And I don't much. There's the only truck stop that's really that way. There, you got the Flying J there in Gillette, and then you get that other little Conoco truck stop there in Sheridan. And I don't really care to stop at either of those. So this kind of cuts a lot of that out of that route. And I can usually either make it up to Hardin, which isn't the best truck stop in the world, but they got a Taco John's there. I love me some Taco John's. In fact, I'm going to get some Taco John's on this trip. And they got a Dairy Queen next door, so I can go to Taco John's and get some tacos. I can go next door to Dairy Queen, get a Blizzard, and I am fat, dumb, and happy. I think emphasis on the fat. But, so that's what we're doing here on this trip. That's going to be kind of the plan. Then running up through Montana, we're kind of going through some scenic spaces there as well. So I'll do a little more time-lapse video up there. If I have a chance this evening, if I get the trailer back in time before the sun goes down, I'll get out and I'll talk about this sprayer, how I put it on the trailer, give you guys a good look at the machine, get a picture for the thumbnail and everything on the video. And if not, I'll probably find a chance to do that tomorrow, because I know you guys want to start seeing a lot more on load securement. And so we'll go from there. So I'm in Iowa right now, and I am getting it from both angles. I've got a hungry dog here who wants my pizza. So you can see this guy, and there's a hungry dog here who wants my pizza. So all the dogs want my pizza. Unfortunately, though, the pizza has onions on it, and dogs can't have onions. That was a handsome dog. Not as handsome as Dexter. Do you want some pizza? You want some pizza? There you go. Gotta love dogs, man. It's like that 80s song, every breath you take, and in this case, that would be like every bite you take. And Dexter's about to lose his mind. You stay. Come here. Come here. There you go. Yes, I gave the other dog pizza. Yes. Yes. He looks happy to have pizza. What do you guys think? It's funny. Whoa, hey, there was the screw out of my camera. Need to fix that. I'm kind of a funny person like that. If someone comes up to me on the street and says, "Hey man, could you help me out?" You know, they pull the I need to get some money, I need to get some food kind of routine. Chill yourself. You got yours. You know, I just... That's all I got. He's still out there wanting more. Go figure. But I'm kind of funny like that, though. Like I was saying, someone comes up to me on the street and says, "Hey, you know, you got some change, you got some money, could you help me? I want something to eat." I'm not so sympathetic to those kinds of people. I hardly ever help anybody like that out. Just because I've seen, you know, I've lived in too many places where I've had those same people be the people that are stealing stuff from me. And it's unfortunate. And I've also known that, you know, I've tried to help people in those positions, and it's never worked out. I mean, it's always left me with a bad taste in my mouth. And a lot of people, I think I'm kind of heartless for it, but, you know, you show me a hungry dog, and I will go get that hungry dog some food, just because I love dogs. And you don't qualify as a hungry dog. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Yeah, I know. Hey, no. No, you don't. All the pizza is gone. The pizza is gone. There is no more. I gave it to the other dog. I know. You're upset about this. You're upset about this. Get off of me. He's not very happy that the other dog got pizza. And that there's another dog outside. He's still there giving me those sad eyes, but you, sir, chillax. But yeah, I'm a dog person. I love dogs. You know, they're amazing creatures, and the thing about a dog is the dog, you know, they love you more than they love themselves. You know, though you raise them right, you raise them with a lot of love, and a good dog, you know, he'll fight to the death to defend you, and he won't even think about his safety. And I've seen that, you know, before. And dogs are just incredible like that. I mean, they're just amazing creatures. And you know, this guy here, he's been such a fuzzy addition to my life because there's hair everywhere. Yes. Yes. Off of me. But, you know, I wouldn't trade him for anything because he's brought me a lot of happiness. And that's the great thing about dogs. So, anyways, I'm going to shut up and get myself back on the road. We'll catch up with y'all later. So I've got just a little bit of drama here. Sunset was at 4:46. It is now 4:58. So I'm inside of the half hour after sunset that I can run now before curfew. So I'm really pushing to make it happen. 17 miles from the truck stop I'm going to be stopping at. We stopped at the pilot up here on 35. So got in, got the trailer fixed, got the ABS light shut off, got the neck to hook back up proper. They show me there's a grease circle on this thing. It hasn't been getting hit because it's in a real hard spot to get to. So that'll help that issue there. So hopefully that'll mitigate some of the issues I've been having with this. So hopefully we'll see. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do here. 16 minutes, yeah, I should make it all right. I should actually make it about 15 to spare, so 16 miles. So we'll see what happens. Good morning. It is now day 2. I made it in time for curfew and everything, all right. Actually, my GPS tried taking me for one of its little wild adventures through the country. I've been having an issue with it where what it's doing is it's coming in and trying to make me go like out in the back roads and then come back into town to hit a truck stop that's right off an exit. So I've really been having to watch it for that. So I don't know if this is something it's going to keep on doing, but here lately it's been a problem. So, a good thing to note is always check your routes on your GPS. Now, what the hell is this? Got this guy sitting here blocking the driveway. Got another guy sitting here blocking the driveway. And, there is not enough room for me to get through here, I don't think. Maybe. What this is people too damn lazy to back into a parking space. Here is what this is. This guy here ain't bad. At least he picked a spot, you know, that isn't so bad, but truck stop full of empty parking spaces. Everybody's parked out here in the driveway.
Turn right on North 24th
I can see if the place is completely full, I can see that, but you know, when you know it's going to be completely full and you know that there's going to be spaces open up in the morning, you know, put your truck in, park it somewhere, especially at this point where it's not that hard.
Turn right on US 18.
Drives me nuts. Get out here.
In 400 feet, arrive at Pilot on the right.
So we got about 1,200 miles, 1,250 miles to go as of right now. Gonna be interesting. I mean, I've hung around here waiting for the fog to die down. It's lifted some. Hopefully now it's going to lift some more. I mean, I've got fairly good visibility. I mean, I'm kind of right there at that, you know, at the borderline of it being okay for me to leave. But I need to make some serious miles today, and I'm going to be lucky at this point to make it to Rapid City. That's what I'm worried about at the moment. So hopefully I can make it, or excuse me, not Rapid City, but to Sioux Falls. Hopefully I can make it to Sioux Falls. Rapid City's probably going to be a little bit out of my grasp because that's still 550 miles away, and sunset's at, you know, 4:45, which is going to be pushing it. But it'll probably be a little bit later because it's, you know, we're traveling west, so that'll help me a little bit. But I don't know how much. I mean, it's going to be real sketchy as to whether or not I can make that. And so I'm gonna throw the hammer down here and see just how far I can make it.
Like this. Like this. Like this.
we're moving right along. I am in Minnesota, about 2 miles from South Dakota. 359 miles to get to where I was trying to get to today, which is there in Rapid City at the windmill. It's tight. It's tight. I don't know if I'm going to make it or not. We're still 1,002 miles away from delivery. See, right now it is 12:30 local, which is actually only 11:30 in Rapid City because Rapid City's on mountain time. But local time, it says sunset will be at 4:55. So if sunset's at 4:55, we'll call that 5 o'clock. Oh, that's going to give us, because that's 4.5 hours there, so we basically got 5 hours to run. So that's going to be interesting, because that's 350 miles. Basically, it's 358 to where we're going in Rapid City, and I've still got to stop and take a 30-minute break somewhere in there too. So hopefully we pick up a bit more time, pick up a bit more daylight. Alright, well, I'm just pulling out of Sioux Falls right now and getting back after it. I saw something kind of unfortunate while I was here. There's a driver and his wife who's, you know, they teamed together. Their truck burnt down. They lost everything. They were going down the road, truck burnt down. They got out with their clothes that were on their back, which for him meant being in his shorts and being in just a jacket he could grab. So, real unfortunate deal. They were sitting there waiting on some help, and another driver had given them a pair of pants, fortunately, and they were just sitting there kind of doing what they could do. And man, I've been in tight spots like that before. I know all about that deal. You know, I know what it's like to be in a tough situation. So I gave him a couple of shirts, an extra pair of pants, and some socks, and hopefully that was a help to him. And I gave him some money too, so they could get food, because I overheard him saying that they'd just been kind of surviving off of the breakfast bar at the motel that their cousin's putting them up in. I guess they're stuck here through the weekend until they can get an airplane ride home. Go get things figured out from there, and man, that's a hard spot. So, you know, those are the things about the trucking business. You know, there will be those, and you know, we don't like to think it can't happen to us. We'd all like to think that, you know, we're invincible and we can't be put in a tough situation. And you know, I made another video a while back talking, kind of funny because I haven't posted that one yet as I'm making this. I made another video. I think I'll just append it on the front of this one so you guys will know what's going on. But I hardly ever, if anybody asks for help, I hardly ever help anybody, because I've had too many times that I've had people, hey man, could you help me out? And I know that it's they really don't need the help. Or on top of that, you know, in the neighborhood I used to live in down in Texas, a lot of the guys that come around and ask you for help, so they needed a job, whatever else, you know, they'd come in there, they'd work for you a couple of days, and then they'd be back there stealing everything you own. So I'm pretty particular about who it is I will help out. But in this situation, you know, the thing I noticed with this guy is he's sitting there, and it was the waitress says to him, "You guys are still here?" And I listened to what he was saying, and I asked him what was up, and you know, I come out here and gave him a handful of stuff, and I mean, it wasn't much, you know, wasn't much, but you know, it's better than a big handful of nothing. And it's unfortunate, you know, and you know, I've had people help me out when I was in tough situations. Hopefully,
Turn
just paying
right
it forward.
on
So,
East
you know,
60th Street North.
and that's the thing I kind of noticed is when I handed it to him, he could hardly look at me, and you know, that'll tell you there that it's usually genuine when someone needs help, because I think it's the hardest thing for anybody to do when they really need the help is to ask for it, you know, and that's
left onto
that's kind of the rule of thumb I've learned to develop.
Then take ramp left.
Oh, shut up. Is when someone says that they need the help, they usually never do. It's the people that don't ask for it that really need the help, and it's kind of funny how that works. So just something for everyone to sit and ponder. And I wish this Schneider truck in front of me would start grabbing some gears so we could get on the interstate. But
take ramp left to I-90.
yeah, it's just one of them deals, man. So got right now 344. I stayed there a little bit longer. My damn windshield wipers quit working on me, so I had to get out and figure out what the deal with them was. The bolts popped out of the back.